He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
I don't know, I just woke up from a little nap. It's a little dark, but you guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Keep it up, Blue Jump here. Just gonna send it.
Gonna be a good day. Just gonna send it. Gonna be a good day. Just gonna send it.
All right. We have resurrected Chicagoland Motor Speedway from the gates of hell. We are here at the virtual Chicagoland FastTrack Sim Racing Truck Series, presented by iRacingIFlag.com. Use FastTrack 15 at checkout to save 18% off of your order. Man, we're in for a treat tonight. This is a fun racetrack. The track temp's 121 degrees, hot, slick. We brought the virtual Chicagoland back. I'm excited. It should be a pretty good race here tonight, boys and girls. I don't even know what to say. Oh, this is race 18. And last week at Sonoma, we did a little road course racing, and Jacob Musa brought home his first ever fast track win in, I wouldn't say dominating fashion, but I would say in solid fashion. So, all right, we're wrapping up qualifying. Ooh, and just as I say that, I was about ready to say Danny G is on the pole so far. And Joshua Watson is snuck out a lap there. Let's see if he's still on the race. Yes, he is. Car number 25, our current cup leader. Nope, he just pulled off. 5 is on the track. Jason Fensler wrapping up qualifying here. And it might help if I press play. You know, he just got done. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. That looks like everybody. There's still one more truck on the racetrack. Somewhere. There he is, the pizza man. Wesley Gantz. Struggling a little bit under qualifying conditions here tonight. P19 so far. See what he does here at the line. Might pick up a little bit. And look at that. P2 for the pizza man. Wesley Gant. Impressive lap there. Holy smokes. Tyler Marble will not get his 9th or 10th pole this season. I've lost track. I ran out of fingers and toes. Looks like he'll be starting P7. Not even a 10th off the pace. There's a 10th of a second separating P1 through P9. That's insane. That's crazy. You can't even blink that fast, boys and girls. All right, looks like they're wrapping up qualifying. And Joshua Watson will be your pole sitter for tonight's race. Let's go through the grid real quick, boys and girls. Joshua Watson leads them out. Wesley Gant P2, Danny G P3, Brandon Saylor P4, Jason Fensler P5, Kyle Knapp P6, Tyler Marble 7th, Jeremy Clifton 8th, Brian Watson 9th, Austin Moore 10th, Brian Conklin 11th, Razor Cut number 12, Vernon Markheim 13th, Richard Elliott 14th, Ryan Sherrill 15th, Alan Hilton 16th, Jacob, last week's winner at Sonoma, Jacob the Moose Moosow, P17, Chris Howgill 18, Kyle Oakley 19, Ryan Haynes 20th, Cody Matthews 21st, Todd Sherrill 22, Joseph Moosow 23, and Mark Zabak 24. Jason Johnson 25th, Glenn Grigsby 26th, Paul Regney, wow, I haven't seen him in a while, P27. Matthew Geringer rounds out your field. Let's get rid of the grid. Let's get on Joshua Watson. See, changed his number. Not his fault. I couldn't find him, so. Tyler gave us some last second instructions.
Biggest truck count we've had for a race in a little over a month, I would assume. Thank you for showing up. You guys should know the rules by now.
Josh Washington's not in Discord. That's his loss. I was going to interview him.
Pace car speed at all times. There's no lane changing until after the start and finish line. 3 line and the turn 1 is
raised my microphone volume along with lowering the desktop audio. Last couple races, the engine sounds have been louder than my voice, so I'm trying to equal the sounds out here. Hopefully it's better tonight. But Joshua Watson, you're not on Discord, so I cannot interview you. Suck to be you, but congratulations on your pole. I'm sure you'll be watching back later as you like to watch all of our broadcasting friends. Ghost Racing Network does our Cup Series. I do the Truck Series. Out of the bottom of my heart, I'd prefer to be out there, but showcasing the great drivers who we have here at FastTrack Sim Racing. This Truck Series has really gotten off the ground this season. Lots of great racing. Minimal cautions. It's been fun. Spectacular season so far. Why is Wesley off the pace? I don't know.
Delete the green.
I don't know why the 59 is falling to the rear. Anyways, We're gonna get going green here. I gotta make sure everybody's lined up correctly. Got a feeling Wesley maybe was past 8:45. That's why I got a long slam penalty. That's one thing I can assume. Anyways, skip.
Roger, how we looking back there, ULs? We're good.
All right.
Glad you can confirm.
Just trying to listen to what's going on. Listen, I don't know why. Anyways,
All right, good luck, guys.
pace car is pulling off for the Chicagoland 150 presented by iRacing.iflag.com. We are green. Joshua Watson with a nice launch off the old. Look at that. Benzler in the number 5 is not wasting any time. I was watching him in practice. He was running that top lane, testing it out, see how it's doing, and I think he likes it. He went right up to the top right away. Benzler, a race winner at Gateway, I believe, earlier this season. Former real-life ARCA driver back in the day, so it's always cool to have some real-life drivers in our league here. It's always fun to, see what they did in their past racing careers. All right, Benzler, Jesus Christ, can't talk. Taking the lead here on lap 2 of 100. Ooh, some guys are kissing the walls there. Holy moly, that was pretty close. Benzler and Watson's fighting back. He says, not so fast, Mr. Benzler. Trying to get my TV time here on Fast Track Sim Racing TV. Woo, that was pretty close on exit there. Beautiful race trucks here in the Fast Track Truck Series. I love that Kyle Larson scheme. Just got to change that number font a little bit. That default number font just ain't doing it for me. I'm a little picky like that. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Check out the rest of the field. Make sure there's no shenanigans going on in the rear of the field. Thank you to the 9 people watching out there in TV land. Hope you're enjoying what you're watching. Share the stream. Hit the share button, hit the like button, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog. Let's get some more eyeballs here at the Fast Track Truck Series. Everybody playing nice. Everybody's still on the same straightaway. Very stout field of race trucks here tonight. Man, these two are just going at it. They all want that fresh, clean air for the downforce. And Fensler thought about sticking his nose in that high lane, but Josh Watson kind of has closed the door there, and look at that, it's going right back up to the top, getting a little side draft off his right rear, looking to get a big run down the front straightaway. Oh yeah, he's got all of that run right now. He needs to do some more side drafting if he wants to complete that pass, and kind of hurt himself there by the time we got to turn 1. Brandon Saylor using the draft of the 5 truck to suck him along here, trying to keep up with the leaders. Everybody minding their P's and Q's from like 4th, 5th on back. Not sure why. Oh, Glenn was just by saying thank you. Try to listen to the drivers, see what they're saying. All right, let's go through the field real quick. Just kind of randomly pick driver. No, we're going to stay with these guys. These guys are still going at it. They do not want to give up the lead. They want that fresh air. I think we'll stay with these guys just a little bit longer. Because Brandon Saylor's looking to get his rainbow up there in the action. Wants to taste the rainbow. This is fun stuff right so far. Let's take a ride in one of the cockpits here with Brandon Saylor. See what he's looking to do here. Watching, he's got a front row seat to these. Oh, whoa, a little loose there off of turn 2. Made me pucker up. Holy cow, what a save. These guys are, man, they're just not settling in. They do not want to settle in at all. They're getting after it like it's the last lap of the Daytona 500. Trucks at least seem to be a little all over the place on straightaways. A little bit of a handful. Look at that. Josh Watson going low. Mr. Fensler going high. Will the Rainbow Warrior go in the middle? We shall find out. These guys are going at pretty good. Take a ride with Vernon Markheim out of Indiana. Right behind Tyler Marble in the Fast Track truck. doing a little drafting, not fighting each other too well. As I say that, he gets a run. Looking to duck underneath one Tyler Marble. Trying to pick up a spot. These guys, I was going to say, if you battle too much, you're going to lose the leaders. But these leaders have been battling the crap out of each other, and that's allowing the pack to stay with them. But there's definitely multiple grooves here from what I've seen in practice. So if you battle somebody side by side, you're not going to lose too much track position. You'll lose a little bit, but these guys need to settle it out here quickly before the top 5 starts to walk away here. Pretty good battle. This is for your P6 and P7 positions on your leaderboard. Hopefully everybody can still hear the engine sounds over my loud voice. I turned up my mic because the engine sounds were a little too loud. Hopefully I got the balance a little better tonight here. Oh, Christopher Cowgill, way up there against the wall. I can't find him. What number is he? There he is. 03. Uh-oh, what happened to Richard Elliott? Seems to be off the pace. Take a look at that rewind real quick. Maybe he was just dropping it down on the apron, trying to do a little shortcut. All right, now we have 2 large packs on the racetrack with Richard Elliott, the cream in the middle. Oh, no. Oh, Vernon Markheim. Let's see what happened here. He does the old Alt F4 to get off the racetrack so caution wouldn't come out. What happened? Let's stop. Play. Hello. Replay software. Work for me, buddy. All right, here we go. Markheim underneath. That's a 04. Let's see what happens. Ooh, he just gets loose. The SN steps out. Saves it. Nobody makes contact. Overcorrects, hits the wall. And that's the end of his night. The old Alt F4. Didn't even have a chance to call a tow truck. Hate to see it. Alright. Let's see what other battles we got going through here. Click on the Excite button. Danny G and the Pizza Man going after it. This is for P12, P17 and P18. I love that there's multiple grooves here. We are racing here on Monday night in our Cup Series, presented by Alloy Wheel Repair Specialists. Our Cup Series is top-notch open setups. One of the toughest, no, I'll say it. We are the toughest Cup league out there on iRacing. Got a lot of big names in our league. No aliens, just a lot of fast, solid guys, which makes for some great races. So check us out, Ghost Racing Network. We are on the oval. We moved up the race date so everybody can have July 4th week off, Truck Series and Cup Series. And we chose this racetrack for this weekend. So far it appears to be the right choice, as there's lots and lots of battles, multiple grooves. Should be a hell of a race on Monday night in our FastTrack Cup Series. Check us out on Ghost Racing Network Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Austin Green on the call. Austin Green does a phenomenal job for us week in and week out. Did his first ever road course race as a broadcaster last week. That was interesting for him. He said he struggled, but I ain't buying it. I thought he did a great job. I know sometimes road course racing can be a little tough to broadcast. The field gets so sparse, so spread out, but oh well, you know, you gotta do what you can. Didn't make it any easier when Tyler Marble opened up a can of whoop-ass on the whole entire field. I mean, it was an embarrassment. He just went out there and did his best Kyle Larson imitation for the Xfinity race. Just smoked everybody. All right, Fensler settling in here as your leader on lap number 16. Still riding that Larson line. Who else is up there? Who's that white truck? That Austin Moore? Yes, it is. Austin Moore using the high lane too. So it's interesting the lines we got here. We got a bunch of trucks up top. We got some in the middle. We got some in the low lanes. I like it. I like it a lot. I think we made a good choice here at the Fast Track Truck Series to pick this racetrack and put it on the schedule. Very good combination. Did some testing in the Cup car earlier tonight, getting ready for Monday's race, and yeah, it's a fun racetrack. There's no huge bumps anywhere to really upset the cars, and it should be a hell of a race on Monday. And we got battles everywhere. Holy cow! 20 of Brian Sherrow, 02 Richard Elliott going after it. Musa, one of the Musas, I can't see the number quite yet. Number 4, Jacob Musa going after Ryan Haynes at the 39. Can lay a blanket underneath. Can lay a blanket on top of these trucks. They're so close together. Oh, let's talk fuel mileage, shall we? Race is 100 laps tonight, and I've been told the fuel window on a full tank is around 48. So that you know what that means. There'll be a lot of people trying to save fuel, stretch it out, do a one-stopper, try to snooker the whole field. So I know the guys up front ain't saving fuel, but these guys in the middle on back might be saving fuel to make it on one pit stop. So we're gonna have lots of different strategies here coming around lap 40 and after. It'll be interesting to see who comes down pit road and who doesn't. We got a hell of a battle here. 02 26. Oh, the pizza man almost cutting the grass. Woo, I'm gonna send him a bill for that one. Hell of a save. Made a little bit of contact with 03 Christopher Cowgill. I think that was a 03. Hell of a save there. Woo. Made me pucker up. Yeah, I don't think Wesley was expecting Christopher to be up more towards the wall on exit. Kind of caught him off guard there. No harm, no foul. They all live to race another lap here. Check in on the leader real quick. Back to live TV. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, we got another battle for the lead. Lap 22. Joshua Watson, your Cup Series point leader, making one of his racing. There's no NAS tonight, so he is here visiting us in the Truck Series. Turn some laps along with the rest of his JBR crew. I've seen some weird artifacts on my screen. I don't know if that was out. Oh. My screens ain't getting messed up. These are pretty expensive screens I got here, monitors. See a little bit of ghosting, but what are you gonna do? The 12 of Kyle Knapp has invited himself into the party. Where the hell did the 24 go? He must have used up his tires here first 23 laps, because now Jeremy Clifton just gets by him. So yeah, Brandon Saylor might have used up his tires. Now he seems to be falling like a rock, or he looked at his little fuel indicator. He goes, ooh, I can one-stop this bitch. I'm just going to start saving fuel right now, but it might be a little too late for that. You should have been saving from pretty much from lap 1 to save those 2 extra laps to cut the race in half. Let's go back to the leaders real quick. Make sure you don't miss a battle for the, or a change of the lead here. Yeah, my kid, hey Junior, thanks for watching, man. My kid's the same way. He's like, man, they need to get back on this track in real life. However, money talks, my man, because those land developers want this. They want this racetrack so they can develop the land. You know how money is, man. Money buys everything. So it's still there. They still have events there. I think they have, like, I don't know, monster truck events or some shit on the front straightaway, but yeah, back in the day, it didn't really lend itself to the greatest racing in the world, but I'd be curious to see how these new next-gen cars do in there in real life. New schedule's coming out in August, I think, so, but I think the Chicago Street Course, they signed a 3-year contract, which fucking blows my mind. Why would you sign a 3-year contract for that track when you don't know how the race is going to is? I'm sure they have an option to opt out of the final 2 years, because me personally think it's going to be an absolute ugly, boring ass shit show on the Chicago the Chicago Street Course. So hopefully there's an option to say, no, that was just a one-time deal. We ain't doing that shit again. However, Having said that, Chicago is a huge, huge media, what do you call it, market. Huge market. And any way they can get eyeballs on the sport, they're going to do what they can. And the people of Chicago that live in that area aren't excited that their lives are being disrupted by, they're already closing streets down, and we're a couple of weeks away from the races.
Thanks, Ryan.
But they're closing streets down already to get prepared for this race. You know, they got to put walls in and weld down the manhole covers, and so they don't pop up in the air when the cars rumble over them. All sorts of crazy shit. So, excuse me. So they're not happy, but got a battle for the lead again. These guys are really going at it. Just Josh can't get that momentum off the corner running that low lane, and 5 of Jason Fensler is just, look at that. See, he's got all that momentum up top. So if I was in that 25 truck, I'd be just riding the top lane and try to beat him off of exit with momentum, because you're just going to lose all that momentum down there. But he's really working him over, and he might be using up his tires. We'll find out here shortly, but be interesting to see. The 5 truck might be really heating up his tires in that top lane if using that right front. So it's both lanes might be using up. Oh, yeah, might be using up that right front. If it was me, I'd be in the top lane all day long. That's my preferred lane. So that's just me. All right, let's click on exciting. See who we could. These guys are just going to keep doing this lap after lap, because I don't think the 25 can beat them off exit. So let's click on old exciting and check out some other battles here. 24 P7. That hasn't fallen down as much as he was. He's starting to stay with the pack. Like I said, I think he might be saving fuel. Brian Chicagoland having a solid night, P9. Riding behind Tyler Marble. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. That's the great thing about having multiple grooves here. You search for grip and speed and not be around anybody. So, all right, let's click on exciting again, see where it takes us. Yeah, I already seen this one. Now take me somewhere else, Mr. Software. All right, we're going to go through the field real quick before we start getting to pit stops. So, Jason Fensler's your leader. 25 Joshua Watson still trying desperately to get that fresh air, get the lead. Kyle Knapp riding in third, losing a little bit of ground. Brian Watson having a strong night here. That's Josh's brother in 04 truck. Austin Moore still riding that high line. Jeremy Clifton in the 51. Started 8th. Who's the biggest mover so far? I think it's Ryan Haynes in P10. We'll get to him shortly. Me personally, I think the 24 is saving fuel. Tyler might be saving fuel too. I already mentioned Brian Chicagoland a couple seconds ago. Ryan Haynes, your biggest mover so far, if my math is correct. Started P20th and up to P10. All right, Razor Cuts. Just lost a spot, so we're going to go to number 2 of Alan Hilton. Started P16th up to 11th. Razor Cut seems to be falling just a little bit here. This Chevrolet. Danny G. Ooh, he's the biggest faller of the race so far. Actually, he might have been one of those guys that got an end of the longest line for some reason. So, even though he started at third, I think he started in third. So he's one of the biggest movers too. Kyle Oakley running the, what is that? Deliciously Different Big Red. It's a good looking truck. I like it. Christopher Galgill, if I remember correctly, runs some John Deere stuff. There he is. The Pizza Man qualified P2. Had to start in the rear. Still not sure why. Just got a feeling he was past our 8:45 curfew, so that put him in the rear of the pack. Number 11, Mark Sabak, running P17. Joseph Musow from the Musow clan, Cador, New York. Fast Eddie's Riding in P18. Matthew Geringer, one of our Cup regulars. He started 28th and he's up to 19th, being chased down by the Beaver man, Cody Matthews. Cody Matthews, a busy Beaver behind that wheel, trying to get himself, well, he's already in the top 20, trying to get himself in the 19th. 0-2 of Richard Elliott, the Texas Tycoon, riding in P21, falling down a little bit down the leaderboard. And I gotta move up my leaderboard thingy, so who's next? Todd Shiro, 17, the iRacing iFlag truck. P22, 0-1 of Jason Johnson, riding in 23rd. Todd's son, Ryan, not having a very good night here. Started 15th, running 24th. Glenn, the grizzled veteran, Glenn Grigsby, running the Bobby Allison old school paint scheme. I like it. P26. Paul Ragney, a little bit of a stranger this year. Makes his, I don't even know what race this is. He hasn't raced that many times this year. Running 27th. Jacob Musau. I got a feeling Mr. Musau is saving a lot of fuel, because Mr. Musau very rarely runs to the back of the field. I think he's up to something. And that rounds out your field. Of course, Vernon Markheim having that big whoopsie there off of turn 4. He pulled the old ejection handle and ejected himself out of the race with the Alt F4. That's the way to do it. He didn't want to bring out a caution, so he gave us the courtesy of pulling the ejection handle out of that airplane. So, all right, let's get back to the leader. Jason Fensler and Joshua still just... You ever get bubble gum on the bottom of your shoe, and no matter how hard you try to get that bubble gum off of your shoe, it's still there and it won't come off? Well, Joshua watches that bubble gum on the bottom of Jason Fensler's shoe. Holy cow. Oh, I thought he was going to clear up that time. Man, white on rice, bugs on poop, Kool-Aid and sugar. Fensler is just not giving up that top lane. He's like, you ain't get money. It's top 3, or yeah, top 2 and 3. I've really checked out from the rest of the field. Can't tell if these guys use up their tires or if a lot of them are just saving fuel. I see a big gaggle towards the rear of the field. Let's get on that real quick. I don't think that's the gaggle I was looking at. I've seen a yellow truck. Maybe it was the Busy Beaver. Oh, it was the 11. It's the Pizza Man's in that. All right, we'll get on the Pizza Man, 50 West. All right, this is the gaggle I just seen out of the corner of my eye. This is for 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Man, it's fun to watch. A lot of side-by-side racing here. Play hole in their lines. Not too many trucks getting crazy loose. Some of them are probably tight. I was talking to one of the drivers tonight. He says the setup's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. 1 second you think you're tight. Oh, we got a car bouncing off the wall. Where did he go? He disappeared. Did he Alt F4 too? Razor cut. Yes, he Alt F4. He pulls the Tom Cruise ejection handle, or Goose. Goose pulled. No, I don't know who pulled it. Goose or Maverick. Well, he just pulled the ejection handle too, and you know. He hit the wall there and thought he was going to be on a caution, and he jetted himself. So interesting. Anyways, so now Wesley is 14th, Kyle is 13th. Well, that broke up the whole entire pack right there. They all were pretty close together. Check in on a leader real quick. Fensler still with a nice lead. We're closing in on green flag pit stops here at Fast Track Sim Racing Truck Series, presented by iRacingIFlight.com. Gonna be interesting to see. These two have really been going at it. I doubt they can make it 50 laps. So we'll see. It'll be interesting if they can. If they can, with all these racing these guys were doing, then those guys that were saving fuel in the rear of the pack are really, really screwed. So coming up on lap 46 here at the line. There it is. They cannot make it on fuel. Benzler is pitting. Let's see if Joshua goes with him. Yes, Joshua Watson P2, P1 and P2 going out. Everybody's coming out. Tyler Marble. Who's that blue truck? Is that Clifton? Yes, Clifton, Marble, Brian Watson, Conklin. Somebody's coming in hot. I think that's a 7 truck. Austin Moore. Nope, that's not Austin Moore. I don't know who that was. It was a yellow truck. Or no, that was the 31 of Geringer coming down pit road. And behind him, Ryan Sherrow, Jacob Musau. All that saving he thought he was doing, well, he's coming down pit road right now. Let's just check the race off of pit road here. Benzler beats off Watson handily. See how they get off the pit lane here. Tyler Marble, Conklin, Byron Watson. The pizza man's coming down pit road. Monkey see, monkey do time. I don't think anybody can make it to lap 50. Now I am curious to see who can make it to lap 50 here, because that'll be the guy to beat in this race tonight if this is caution free. All right, the 59 said he's pitting, so we're going to watch him come down pit road real quick. That brings down the other Musau. I believe that is, yeah, that's Joseph Musau. Christopher Cowgill down. I see a white truck. I don't know who that is. He's coming down pit road. Oh, whoever that was spun into the grass. That was a 0-1. Jason Johnson having a rough time getting down pit road. All right, right now we got Christopher Cowgill. Benzler really opened up that lead. Danny G coming off pit road. No, coming on the pit road. Kyle Oakley and Matthews and 02 Richard Elliott are down on pit road.
Pitting this lap.
77 of Kyle Oakley. I think technically once he comes down pit road, it'll be lap 50 when he crosses the line while on pit road. Being interested to see if he can make it the next 50 laps. Mark Sabat coming down pit road. Yeah, so these two guys, somebody else is at the 17 of Todd Sherrow. Yes, it is. A lot of these guys really close to that 50 lap mark. It'll be interesting to see if they can bring it home. But those guys that pitted on lap 45, I'm almost 99% sure they cannot make it to the end. So I don't think the 5 is saving any fuel. There's no way you can save 5 laps in my humble opinion. So he's just going balls to the wall, keeping that lead. If they do pit again, just come down for the old splash and go and just hope them other guys cannot make 50 laps. Fastest truck on the track right now is the 5 of Jason Fensler with a 31.5. Laying down some heaters. 3/10 faster than Watson that time around. Looks like Glenn gonna go a lap down here. Fensler right back up to the top. 17 coming off pit road. Let's see if this guy's Todd us get in the way of the leaders here. Oh, he's up to speed easily. All right, let's see how things have shaken. Benzler, Watson, Knapp, Clifton, Moore, Marble, Conklin, Saylor, Hilton, Brian Watson are your top 10. Pretty much the way they were for the most part, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Brian Watson didn't lose too many. Oh, yeah, I think that's about where he was. All right, so green flag stops are complete. Some can make it to the end, some cannot. Some are praying for a caution, some are not. So we'll see how it goes here. Tater Bowman, there's a guy I haven't seen in forever. What's up, Tater Bader? Former Navy Squid, fellow Squid. Retired. I didn't spend enough time in there to retire. I only did my 4 and I was out like Flynn. 2 years of seat time was enough for me. All right. Man, I'm running out of things to talk about here because Fensler is just opening up a can of whoop ass. He has a 1.5 second lead over Josh Watson and a 3 second lead over Kyle Knapp. I'm gonna click on exciting and see where it takes us. Give us some battles on the racetrack. Watson is stuck behind 2 trucks with some dirty air. Will he split these guys like an Oreo cookie? Let's take a look. By the time we get into turn 1, let's see. Woo, boy. Oh, man, he's going to split them. It's like, I got to go, fellas. I got to go. That leader's getting smaller and smaller. Oh, not clear. Oh, heads up driving by Watson and Sherrill. Oh, that could have been super ugly. Woo, they both were jerking the steering wheel. They didn't know who was where. It's deceiving because that back straightaway wall is curved. It's not perfectly flat and straight. So that back straightaway is a little deceiving. So that was almost ugly. Holy smokes. Man, take a look at that real quick. We got time. Take a look at that real quick. Look at that. Whoop. So close. Yeah, just drop some apologies. Whew. We live to race another lap. I think we're back to live TV. I got people dinging me. My uncle down in Florida's texting me. Not sure what's he texting about. I'm a multitasker. All right, that lead is now 2.2 seconds. Woo! Is Kyle Knapp putting any pressure on Josh Watson? He will be in a second. He's caught up to him. Where is the rest of the field? Austin Moore, where the hell is he? Wow, he's like half a straightaway back. Clifton and Marble and Conklin and Hilton. Be interesting to talk to these guys later to see if they were tight or loose. I really don't see, well, as I say that, Clifton got a little loose. I was about to say, I didn't see a lot of guys getting super duper loose. So either they're pedaling it or they're just, I don't know, neutral. Doesn't seem like, it's really hard to pass, that's for sure. The top line is so dominant, you can't get it run. Alrighty, yeah, running out of things to talk about here until we get to the end. 40 laps to go at the line. Mansler just on cruise control, just put 0-2 of Richard Elliott lap. Yeah, Richard is the lucky dog currently. We can watch the battle for the lucky dog. Jacob Musow and Richard Elliott. Musow is not striking distance quite yet. Everybody's sticking their hands out the window. Whenever people just key the mic and don't say anything, that's equivalent to just putting your hand out the window, out of your window, and saying thank you for letting me go and giving space. $17 is still all over Joshua Watson, even though it's not a battle for position, but 17 is on 5-lap pressure tires, so he's able to keep up with Josh Watson, which is, it's to Todd's benefit because he's sucking off the air of the 25 and not allowing his other position cars to catch back up to him. So I'm sure Kyle Knapp wants him to get the hell out of the way so he can try to pass him for P2. But he has every right to race there because right now he's currently the lucky dog, so he doesn't want to lose too much time. So he doesn't give up that spot to Richard Elliott for the lucky dog. So he has every right to race there. It's their responsibilities to get around the lap car. So that's racecraft. Leader coming up on some more lap cars. Next victim would be Joseph Musow in the 3 truck. Followed by the Busy Beaver, Cody Matthews in the 10. Todd Sherrill does not want the leader to pass anybody else because he wants to stay the lucky dog. He's like, slow down, Jason, don't pass anymore. Kind of exciting to see where it takes us. Right back to Josh and Todd. Oh, takes us to Tyler. And Jacob and Clifton and 7 of more. Oh, we got a white truck. Who was that? Somebody's in the grass. 30. Glenn. No, it's not Glenn. It was a white truck. Don't bring that thing back up onto the racetrack. All right, we're going to rewind that so you can watch the guy mowing the lawn on the back straightaway pulls it down pit road. Woo, that was scary. Let's see what happened here. I think he got loose off the corner. Yeah, he's riding that Harvick line, unwinds the wheel, goes straight towards the wall. Does his best imitation of a lawnmower. Again, to send the track a bill for cutting the lawn. Woes are down enough to not bring it up back onto the racetrack. You would have had a lot of pissed off drivers if you come back up there in the racing crew. So good job for him getting on the brakes, slowing that bad boy down, and keeping this race green. Gets himself 4 new sneakers while he's down pit road. That takes care of his second pit stop if he couldn't make it to the end. So could be a little blessing in disguise. Five is Watson is starting to close the gap a little bit, even though he was around some lap trucks. Yeah, he's starting to close it in just a little bit. It was like a 2.2 second lead. Now it's 1.8. So it could get interesting here in about another 15, 20 laps. So now the 5 is on some more lap traffic. I believe he's getting ready to pass the 0-1 that just came out of pit road. That Coast Guard truck, good looking truck right there.
He came up and hit me and then got into you.
See what these gentlemen are talking about. Oh! Let's dissect this further, shall we? I have something to talk about. All right, almost 3 wide, 39 down low. Ryan Haynes, Brian Watson up top. Danny G squeezes the 39, and it looks like, from what I could see, let's get in the old blimp. The Goodyear blimp will give us a better story here. And the 39's got to know maybe he's on his right rear. 26 had a little more room to move up top. Just one of them racing deals, I guess. That damage is definitely going to hurt the 39. Looks like he's a bunch of right side damage. So, yeah, his right front tire sticking out of the fender just a little bit. Doesn't look too bad, but it'll get hurt down the straightaways for sure. Let's take out Danny D's truck. Yeah, he's got some right side damage too. Let's check out Watson's truck as he was involved. Ooh, he looks pretty clean. So it's like he escaped some of the damage there. Let's go back to live TV, make sure we're not missing anything. Check in on the leaders. Joshua Watson closed it up another 2/10. Gonna be interesting. With a 20 truck underneath for the Musows. Can't tell what number that is. I guess the 4 of Jacob. Yes, it is. Oh, Ryan. Jacob Musow not having a very good night tonight. I'm not sure what happened. Not sure if he got involved in a wreck earlier and I can't see any damage. Let's go to check out the front of his truck real quick. Wrong truck. his truck is clean. He's just struggling tonight. Just one of them nights. Last week's winner at Sonoma. First ever FastTrack Truck Series win on the old struggle bus tonight. So just one of them deals. Doesn't mesh with his driving style, I guess. Danny G went down pit road, probably to get some of that damage fixed. Probably put 4 new sneakers on there too. Is one of those guys that couldn't make it to the end. So good opportunity to get on a different pit cycle and see what happens here before we get to the end of the race. Got a little damage. He's like, fuck it, come down pit road, get some new sneakers, and got to pit anyways. And use these fresh tires to my advantage to the end of the race. Kind of turn chicken crap to chicken salad. I don't even know what the hell that saying is. I've got my ass now, but whatever. All right, what other battles we got going on here? I clicked on exciting, and that's the best the software could do. Holy cow. Ryan Sherrill coming down pit road. We're going to start seeing some wholesale pit stops here to the end of the race. Guys are short pitting, trying to get as much advantage as they can on pressure tires. That's maybe what I would do. Well, I don't know. Knowing my luck, I'd pit, the damn caution would come out. So these guys are probably just waiting to the bitter end before they come down pit road, which in theory might be a better call, because if you're coming down for a splash and go, it'll be a faster pit stop because you don't need that much fuel to get to the end. So for me, I'm staying out as long as possible, taking as little fuel as possible to make it to the checker flag. However, you got to take into account green, white checkers, which there are 3 here at FastTrack Sim Racing. So it's the gambles you got to take. All right, I'm trying to keep keep an eye on pit road entry here. So it's Austin Moore's down pit road as I see him blanked out on my software. Whoa. I heard somebody just talking. I didn't see who it was.
I think you need to be more aware of your surroundings.
Uh-oh. Looks like those two got into it again.
I don't have a deal.
Let's take a look at it.
I mean, I'm on old tires. What do you expect?
Well, if you are aware of your surroundings, you saw me dive low and you dove low. I don't know what you want me to do.
All right, 7's up.
Not run into the back of me. That would be great.
If I ran in the back of you, I would have wrecked you.
Oh, these guys are getting a little chippy. I like it. It makes for some good drama.
Whatever you say.
Bensler, 5 down pit road. 5 down pit road. Your leader down pit road. Kyle Knapp is already on down pit road. Everybody's short pitting now. It's going to be interesting to see who pitted the latest, if they can make it to the end. Where the fuck is my mouse? There it is. 12 coming down pit road. He pits 1 lap prior to the 5. Let's see. He's taking tires. Let's see. Is the right side up in the air? Yes, right side's up in the air. Will he take lefts? Yes, lefts. 4 tires. Fill it up with fuel. Keep the weight of the ass end of that truck. Keep it loose. 31's coming down pit road. Alan Hilton down pit road. 51 down pit road. Oh, no. Joshua Watson. Oh, let's take a look what happened here on pit road entry. Does his best imitation of Ricky Bobby. Pops it in reverse. He will not get a black flag because he's still going in the proper direction. Let's see what he does here. Coming down pit road. Will he? Oh, he tried to 180 it, but didn't have enough momentum. Oh, that's the death nail there. And perhaps a little too much rear brake. Tried to get on the brakes hard to get a nice clean entry, and the ass end came around, and then he did his, I think Ricky Bobby did that Talladega Nights. Didn't he drive down pit road backwards? I don't know, but whatever. Wow. So that'll, all right, let's go back to green flag stops. Tyler Marble down pit road. 37 down pit road. Ryan Haynes was down pit road. Pizza Man Wesley Gantz. So So far, no, Christopher Cowgill on pit road. I take that back. It blanked out for a second. Ryan Conklin back on the racetrack. Trying to look at my lap numbers here. People that pitted the latest are Christopher Cowgill, Brandon Saylor, Glenn Grigsby, Joseph Musow, and Paul Regney. And Jacob Musow. But Jacob is a lap down, so he's out of the running here to make it to the end of the race. I think Christopher Cowgill and Brandon Saylor and Glenn Grigsby and Paul Regney are the guys that can make it to the end of the race. If my fingers and toes type of math is correct. This will be interesting. However, Fensler already pitted. And he's already ahead of Saylor, Grigsby, Musow, and Regney. So he's already passed him on the racetrack. So they have no chance of winning. If it stays green, then I mean. So that's how much pace the 5 truck has tonight. He's out snookering the guys that have only made 1 pit stop while he has made 2 already. Oh, I hear Tyler up there making all sorts of noise. I heard him go, woo! So we'll see what happened here. Rewind it just a hair. Oh, they were 4 wide. Oh my God. Jesus. No wonder why Tyler was going, woo! Holy shit balls. Let's take another look at that from a different angle. Good God. Yeah! Look at that. That's the type of racing you get here at FastTrack Sim Racing. Holy shit balls. That's awesome. Let's get back to live TV. Them new tires are just hunting down the whole field. So that tells me the one-stop pit strategy might not have been the way to go for some of these guys. Some maybe yes, the others maybe no. Let's get with the leader, Christopher Cowgill, the gambling man. See if the gamble pays off. I'm sure he's trying to stretch it out. Let's see how far back he is to the 5 truck. Well, that only took me to P2. And it doesn't say. It's not updated. So much for that. Oh, the 5 truck is coming out of turn 4 right now. And he is coming in a hurry. The 03 does not want to see that. What the 03 wants to see right now, because he knows he can't win because he's coming so fast, is he wants a yellow. There's no other way around it because it's only a matter of time. He is coming so fast. Just blew by Cody Matthews about a lap ago. Excuse me. Holy cow, I didn't mean to cough in people's ears. It's not COVID. Oh, I had to take a drink of Pepsi there. Holy moly. All right. Yeah. Fensler in P2. So that means Marcus Bach has no chance of winning out of one-stop strategy. Fastest lap, number 4, Jacob Musow. A little too late to be turning that fastest lap of the race as he is 2 laps down on the old struggle bus tonight. 03 desperately wants a caution so he can keep his track position. I don't think it's going to happen. There's multiple grooves here. 59. Is he the lucky dog? Yes, the 59 currently is a lucky dog, looking to get by the 5 to get back on the lead lap. Either way, he would want a caution right now to get himself on the back on the lead lap, or he'll do it himself. And that'll make Richard Elliott your lucky dog. Oh, Christopher Cowgill misses that corner completely. Allows the 5 to take the lead by the time we get into turn 1. And that could be the final death knell for the whole entire field. Stout race by Mr. Fensler tonight. I don't even know if he's in Discord. No. Closing in on 10 to go at the line. Let's click on exciting real quick to see what kind of battles we got going on here. This is your battle for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Whole lot of blocking going on. Conklin on the fresher tires, 2-lap fresher tires than the pack he's currently racing in. Joshua Watson lost 11 spots with that pit road mess up. Hate to see it. He hates to see it. Got to get that rear brake out of that race truck. Hell of a job, though, getting down pit road backwards. That was impressive. He tried to do the old 180. Didn't have enough momentum to get the truck pointing in the right direction. But he gets an A for effort. He tried to right his wrong there on pit road. These guys are 02's a lap truck. Let's see if these guys can get by him here. Who's that truck? Lap truck. Oh, that's Hilton. Okay. Woo, boy. There's Glenn Grisby coming on pit road. He couldn't make it to the end. Oh, my goodness gracious. Watson way down on the apron. Shortcut the racetrack. Perfectly legal to do here in iRacing. Just that was that was wild fun to watch. He's still going out of here, checking on the leader real quick. Make sure he ain't missing nothing. He ain't missing shit. Back to this battle here. Joshua Watson looking to get himself in the getting himself into the top 10 before we get the check flag here. Conklin has 1 lap fresher tires than Watson and 4 lap fresher than Austin Moore, so he should be able to at least hunt down Mr. Moore here late. I'm gonna stay right here and watch this battle for a couple more laps before we focus back in on the leaders. Seems to be the most exciting battle on the racetrack right now. Ooh, almost had that door shut. All right, 7's like, all right, I'll try to go down low, see if I can get by you. And then Brian Conklin says, all right, I'll go up top and try to get by you. Guys, get that fender up there. Casey McMullen in the house, everybody. What's up, Casey? How you doing out there? Did you ever get rid of all your iRacing stuff? Looks like you were getting out of the sport altogether from what I saw. Hate to see it. Hate to lose people off of iRacing. Never get rid of that NASCAR rim. I have my eyes on that thing. Gotta get myself a direct drive wheel first before you can use it. Oh, please tell me these guys ain't going at it again. I don't want these guys bringing out a yellow. I'll be very, very angry. Talking a lot of smack out there. Frustrations are high. Long race. No yellows here. Field is really spread out. Got people all over the place. Back to that battle real quick. Coming in on 5. Oh, we are at 5 to go right now. All right, looks like Watson finally capitalized on him. Conklin is still chasing down Moore. Kyle Oakley this is for precision with Kyle Oakley too. He's one of them guys that might not make it to the end of the race. He's on lap 47 right now. Probably saving a lot more fuel to try to make it to the end. Mark Sabak is in P4, also on the same strategy, trying to make it to the end, losing a bunch of spots here late. Gamble kind of paid off. If you walk away with a top 5, it definitely paid off, but we'll see. Still got a couple more laps. We got guys coming hard on new tires. Christopher Gaugill. Where is he on the leaderboard? Oh, I've lost him. Oh, wow, he jumped all the way to 20th. Oh, he ended up pitting. Okay, so he didn't have enough fuel. I was going to say, how did he drop so fast? Yeah, he tried the one-stop strategy. It didn't work for him. So he had to pit. Pitted 4 laps ago. So 12 is nowhere near the 5. Kyle Knapp Sr. About a half a straightaway behind. can easily make it to the end. Tyler Marble having a solid top 3 podium finish here. Clifton is on 1 lap older tires. I'm not sure if he'll catch Tyler, but we'll see. 2 laps to go. We're going to stay with the leader here. Caution free here at Chicagoland, coming to the white flag, which means there will be no chance at a green-white checker. This will be another caution-free race here at FastTrack Sim Racing. If you want to race here, check us out on Facebook. FastTrack is all one word. FastTrack Sim Racing. Find a Discord link there. Click on it. It'll take you to my Discord. Get you going in the right direction. You get to race with all these great race car drivers here at FastTrack. 28 trucks tonight, caution-free. Fun-ass race to watch. Benzler, 2nd win of the season. Wins at Gateway, wins here at Chicago. Former ARCA driver in real life. Puts a beat down on the field tonight here at Chicagoland Speedway. Gonna get on the voice comms real quick. Benzler, if you're on Discord, get on Discord so I can interview you, please. Just get to one of the open channels. Channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. All right, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break, get these guys pulled into Discord. We'll do some interviews, and we'll wrap it up here. Hang tight, everybody. All right, we're back here at FastTrack Sim Racing Truck Series presented by iRacingIFlag.com. Use FastTrack 15 at checkout to save 18% off of your order. We resurrected Chicagoland here in the virtual world. Great race tonight, multiple grooves. We brought the place back to life, caution-free, 28 drivers, 100 laps. Jason Fensler comes out on top, followed by Kyle Knapp, Tyler Marble, Clifton, Alan Hilt, Joshua Watson, Austin Moore, Brian Conklin, Bart Sabak, and Ryan Sherrill. Round out your top 10. Check out 11. Matthew Garager, Ryan Haynes, Wesley Gant, Brian Watson, Kyle Oakley, Todd Sherrill, Joseph Musa, Brandon Saylor, Christopher Cowgill, Richard Elliott. Round out your top 20. 21 is Paul Regnick, Cody Matthews, 22, Danny G, 23, Glenn Grigsby, 24th. Followed by Jacob Musow, Jason Johnson, Razor Cut, Vernon Markheim. What a race tonight. Fun to watch. Lots of pretty darn good battles throughout the field. All right, let's bring in Tyler Marble. Tyler Marble, Jeff Marble up here in the FastTrack TV booth. Brought yourself a podium home tonight. Top 3, caution-free, multiple grooves, multiple battles. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so where I finished, I started 7th there, so just manage my tires, figure out how the truck's gonna feel, and dirty air there, and well, she was tight that first stint, and then she came alive around lap 20-25. I figured out a little bit of something there to find up a little speed, and just little too late. Stuck behind dirty air and all that. And then we pitted and gained a few spots. Truck felt real good there. That second stint, that was the best it felt. Getting on the rear. Actually had to wheel a truck tonight, which was nice. And took less fuel that last pit stop, and with other people trying to stretch it and some other mishaps on pit road, came home with P3. So definitely not how I would have wanted to grab a P3, but shit, P3, I'll take it.
Lots of different pit stop strategies out there tonight. Some tried to stretch it out with one stop. Others that couldn't make it on one stop tried to short pit the second time around. Were you nervous about them guys that stayed out on one stop?
So when we got later early in the race, like inside 20 ago, I was like, well, damn, Sabak might make it, because I guess he may have made it, because he finished 9th, and a few others. So I was like, dang, that's a little impressive, because you only had 46 laps on a tank, so, and I was 8 laps short after the first stop, so I'm surprised some of them made it, but and I really wasn't worried, but yeah, props to them.
Oh, Marzabak pulled out 52 laps there at the end, so that's pretty damn impressive. All right, man, congratulations. You got yourself a podium tonight. The floor is yours for any kind of shout-outs.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that showed up tonight. 28 trucks, pretty awesome. Biggest crowd we've had in a little over a month, so thank you. iRacing i5 coming on board, title sponsoring our truck series, Sim Racer Hub, Butt Kicker, LA Wheel Repair Specialists, Ghost Racing Network, and of course you. And yeah, let's keep the momentum going.
All right, man, congratulations. Where are we at next week?
We're at Nashville Super Speedway.
All right, see you at Nashville.
You too.
All right, let's pull in Kyle Knapp. Kyle Knapp, Jeff Marble up here in the FastTrack TV booth. Another caution-free race here at FastTrack Sim Racing. We pulled Chicagoland out of the depths of hell, virtual hell. Great race tonight, multiple grooves, high lane, low lane, middle lane. Pit strategies all over the damn place. Tell us how your race turned out.
It turned out pretty good. It was a fun race. Track was very slick. Trucks got loose. Middle to the end of the part of the run, which I like. Started 6, made our way up to the top 3 pretty early, and watched Jason and Josh battle it out side by side, it seemed like, for the first 40, 45 laps until we pitted.
Yeah, they were throwing haymakers there. I'm not sure if you've seen it or if any of your teammates saw it, but Joshua was doing his best Ricky Bobby imitation down pit road as he was driving down pit road backwards, because he spun out on pit road entry and drove down pit road backwards, tried to do a 180 to get into his stall, and he lost like a ton of spots though, but he still rebounded for a top 6, put on a hell of a show in front of you. I seen you were trying to hunt them two down as they were throwing haymakers, and unfortunately just wasn't in the cards tonight. So congratulations on your P2 tonight. I believe that may put you, well, Jeremy was 4th. You guys are 1 and 2 in points, so you guys are going to be going back and forth all season, I got a feeling. So the floor is yours for any kind of shout-outs you want to give.
Yeah, I got to thank Maestro Classics, Glory Pole, you and Tyler for putting this on here at FastTrack. Let's see who else. Oh, I got to thank Alan, Hilton, Jeremy Clifton, Jason, and Wes for hanging out with me and racing here with us. And yeah, we'll see you next week. I don't even know where do we race at next week.
Next week, we are in the concrete track of Nashville Speedway.
Ooh, okay, sweet. That's where I won last year, so we'll see you there.
Roger that. Congratulations on your P2 tonight, and we'll see you next week, sir.
Yes, sir.
All All right, I found Jason Fensler, Jeff Marble, up here in the Fast Track TV booth. We're here with our winner here at Chicagoland. We've dusted off the old racetrack. We brought her back to life. Lots and lots of grooves here tonight. High lane, which looks like your preferred lane, and low lane, middle lane. Man, you and Joshua Watson put on a hell of a show most of that race. Watson was doing everything he can to make that low lane work, and you were like, nah, I don't think so. I'll stay up here in the Larson line. Tell us how your race went, sir.
Yeah, it went pretty good. It was a heck of a race. A real clean race, which is always nice to see. And, man, what a battle with Josh early on. I just kind of committed to the top. It was working for me, just keeping that run on coming off the corners. So kind of committed to that. And, man, if he could pass me on the bottom, I'll give it to him because that's pretty tough to do with these trucks here. They work free as the run goes on. So it was a heck of a battle. And it just kind of came down to who was going to pit, any mistakes or anything like that.
Yeah, there were definitely lots of different pit strategies tonight. Some people tried to stretch it out to a one-stopper. Mark Zabak made 52 laps to take it to the end of the race, so that's pretty impressive. Hell of a gamble. He pulled it out. Yeah, I seen you come down pit road around lap 45. I'm like, well, he's going to have to stop again. So I was kind of interested to see who would wait till lap 50. There were a few to make it to lap 50, but I don't think everybody made it to the end. So, yeah. You guys, it was fun to watch. I don't know if you've seen it. Unfortunately, Joshua spun coming down pit road, and that was pretty much the death knell for him. He actually drove down pit road backwards until he got to his stall. So I'm sure he hated to see that. I'm sure he would wanted to. Speaking of that, after the pit stop, you had a really good pit stop, pulled out about 2.5 second lead, and then he just kind of maintained pace, and then he started slowly hunting it down. I was like, ooh, he may catch him before we get to the green flag pit stops the second time around. And unfortunately, he went down pit road backwards. So, man, hell of a job. I believe it's your second win tonight, right? You won at Gateway?
Yeah, one at Gateway. So it's really tough to me to commit to the whole season, but I get in here as much as I can. You guys got a great league here. So I try and support it as much as I can, and hopefully we'll be able to commit a little bit better here in the near future. But yeah, tonight's race was crazy, and Kyle was fast. So that second stop, when I seen him come in, I just could not afford to keep going. I was going to pit at lap 80, but I just could not afford to give up that much time, so I pitted the next lap, and I think that might have forced Josh to pit the following lap after me. So, but yeah, he made that mistake, and that's too bad because it was going to be a heck of a battle for sure.
Yeah, we're glad to have you whenever you can. You're a clean, fast driver. We appreciate you. Real quick, is it true you were a former ARCA driver in real life?
Yeah, I ran the ARCA West for a number of years, and then just some local super late model stuff here in California.
How long ago for the ARCA series, approximately?
Oh boy, you're going to age me now. I think the last race I ran was 2012 or 2013. I'm not exactly positive on the year, but somewhere around there. So yeah, we ran a handful of races here and there for a couple different teams, got a couple wins in the ARCA West. So just never got anything full time, but it was a ball while I did it. So just now I do a lot of driver coaching for a couple of kids out here in the super late models. So kind of concentrate on doing that. Still going to racetrack, just don't do much driving anymore.
All right, that's awesome that you're helping the next generation keep all these kids interested and hopefully grow the sport. It's always cool for these guys and others to race against the real NASCAR / ARCA guys. It's always fun to rub elbows and trade paints with you guys. So, all right, man, the floor is yours. You can give out any shout outs you want to give out, friends, family, sponsors. The floor is yours.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Yeah, Fensler Racing for everything they do, supporting me. Fat Mike's Pizza, David's Racing Products, big supporter. So I appreciate all their support and everybody tuning in and everybody in the league. Man, I wish I could really commit because it's an absolute blast every time I jump in here. A lot of the races are really super clean, very few cautions, and some great racers. So as soon as I can commit a little bit better, I'll definitely be back, and I appreciate everything you guys do.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. Go ahead and spread the word. Again, thank you for helping the youngsters out there on the West Coast. You never know, you might have the next Kevin Harvick on your hands. So, all right, Matt, I appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll see you next week at the concrete rounds of Nashville Speedway. And again, congratulations on your win tonight. Caution free here at Fast Track. We'll see you next week, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. All right. I don't know where he went to. I tried to move him in a different room. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Benzler wins at the Chicagoland 150, caution free. Again, if you want to race with us, go to Fast Track Sim Racing on Facebook. On that Facebook page, Fast Track is all one word. There's 2 T's in the middle. And you'll find our Discord link. Click on it. You'll be able to join our Discord. I'll get you going in the right direction. Take a look at your iRacing stats to see if you're worthy enough to race with us. And we'll get you going in the right direction. All right, there you have it. Jason Fensler with the win. Kyle Knapp, P2, and Tyler Marble round out your podium finishes for tonight. We'll see you guys at Nashville Motor Speedway Monday night. We are back here at the Chicagoland Oval for our Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist of Richmond Cup Series. We are here at Chicagoland. It should be a hell of a race. As you just saw, there are multiple grooves here, so I fully expect us to use multiple grooves on Monday night. Check out all of the action on the Ghost Racing Network on YouTube. Austin Green on the call. Head over there right now. Click subscribe. Keep your notifications on. You'll know when we go live over there. Austin's a lot better than me at broadcasting. He'll be on the edge of your seat. He knows pit strategy. He knows everything. He's a hell of a guy. Yeah, check him out. Go over there, subscribe. We'll keep getting them subscriber numbers up. I see big things in Austin's future. So, Ghost Racing Network. All right, we're out of here. Chicagoland. Benzler, your winner. It's nice to be back on this racetrack. Fun racetrack. Hell, you never know. Real NASCAR might come back to this place soon. So we'll see you guys next time. Out.
Contact very nearly. He just to the outside line. He brings so much Basket can't defend. He's got the outside left for the second spot, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh my
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Alpermeyer